Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is a 2018 film starring Star-Lord, Richie Cunningham's daughter, Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs, the lanky guy from The Fly, and a bunch of CGI dinosaurs. But let's face it, the dinosaurs are always the stars of any Jurassic Park movie, except maybe the first one, which had a plot and characters that make sense. It's directed by J.A. Bayona, or as I like to call him, the next up-and-coming fame whore director who worked for scale in the vague promise of a career in Hollywood that will most likely remain frustratingly unfulfilled as we use him up and then spit him right back into the rankest pit of irrelevance and obscurity from whence he came. Welcome to the Popcorn Lobotomy Elite Review of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now, I do feel compelled to present this critique as a spoiler review, because I believe people need to become aware of some of the details of this movie to ensure they are thoroughly warned off ever seeing it. It's as if this film was made by an idiot conspiracy theorist trying to expose supposedly secret upper-class plots by shoehorning them into a beloved franchise that already had plenty of juicy material to mine for its 2-hour running time. I mean, it's simply ridiculous in its biases, which is unforgivable in what was supposed to be a fun summer blockbuster. The only thing that this movie has going for it is some minor competence in the craft of filmmaking. The cinematography is passable, and there were a few clever shots concocted, such as the Children of Men-style underwater one where Star-Lord rescues Richie Cunningham's daughter from the spherical transport pod. And yes, I guess the dinosaurs look decent in some of the shots, but in others they appear utterly cartoonish. But it's okay, because every minute or two the so-called director throws in a nostalgia-ridden callback to the first couple of movies to distract you from watching too closely. But to be honest, I doubt he thought about it all that much. He seems way more interested in exploring social justice issues and peddling thinly veiled conspiracy theories in the most ham-fisted ways possible. The list of issues he tackles, either directly or indirectly, include animal rights, the military-industrial complex, secret elite auctions, and even clone rights. Yes, he randomly decided to include a little girl in the film who was a clone. What's he trying to say here? That the elite can clone people for their own nefarious purposes, just like that movie, The Island? Ridiculous. It's never going to happen. I guess J.A. Bayona thinks he's being edgy, but all he proves is that the J.A. in his name probably stands for jackass, because the whole catastrophe emerges as unintentionally hammy, like a feeble-minded Down syndrome child at the helm of a high-tech, state-of-the-art catamaran. And we can all relate to that analogy, can we not? By far, the most egregious aspect of the film is the cardboard cutout way the upper-class auction attendees are portrayed. They are the most simplistic, evil elites ripped right out of the most extremist YouTube conspiracy documentaries, or possibly an old episode of Get Smart or something. I can tell you right now that I, and equally my associates, simply do not conform to such stereotypes and find the portrayal extremely offensive. Bayona really does show his true colors here, as he's obviously an infantile conspiracy theorist, virtue signaling to his millennial audience. Ooh, look, I'm against all the things the cool kids are against. Plus, come on, people, those handlebar mustaches have been out of fashion for quite some time. Now more tasteful and modest bristles are preferable, like mine, see? It's very elegant and well kept. Come on, ladies, you know you love it. Now, since we're talking about the auction scene, is it just me, or was that whole thing a subtle nod to those mythological human trafficking auctions held in darkened rooms where young girls and boys are supposedly bought and sold with supposed regularity? Of course, such things exist purely in the sick fantasies of conspiracy theorist geek culture, and it's quite the unfortunate turn of events that idiot directors such as J.A. see fit to weave them into popular culture in an attempt to bring this non-issue to the masses. dinosaurs. If you buy into these events, please, you would be well advised to desist immediately. I have never seen one of these events, nor have I ever been invited to one, so you can trust that my assurance is sufficient. They simply do not exist. And I definitely would be invited to such an event, if it indeed existed, because I'm at that level. It's not to say that I'd be invited because I'm interested in diddling children, of course, which is a completely tasteless activity in which I have no interest. Just saying, I could if I wanted to, as far as being able to afford the lavish price tag, you see. Not that I wouldn't. I just want to be clear about that. I mean, well, you get the idea, right? And of course, it's all devoted to that dreadful scene where the dinosaurs attack the so-called evil elites, and we as an audience were forced to witness them being tossed around the room like corn kernels popping in a fry pan. I mean, the movie had established its villains so emphatically by then that it almost had me cheering for all those evil plutocrats' demise. I had to check myself in the cinema and realize that what I was witnessing was actually the slaughter of completely innocent members of the investment class, who, if they had been portrayed realistically, would probably have been kindly philanthropists like myself, not psychopathic warmongers. Not to mention that men of stature would never leave themselves so vulnerable to attack. We have security staff on hand to throw in front of us should such a predicament eventuate. It was really quite traumatic and manipulative, and I give Bayona no credit for letting his irrational hatred of the elite influence his film, which was supposed to be a fun summer blockbuster, by the way. So when his next film is some embarrassing, poorly financed, art house independent film that no one wants to see, I hope you'll be a little more enlightened on exactly why. To paraphrase a line from Robert De Niro in Copland, we gave you a chance to be a filmmaker, and you blew it. I hope you enjoy begging on the film festival circuits for the rest of your non-starter of a career, because that's what happens when you upset the financiers. I think we could all learn a lesson from J.A. Bayona. Can we not?
Is he coming soon?
What's he going to
Why
do
is he
to me?
doing this to me?
When will he let me go?
Let go.
Who am I?
He's
Flicker,
here.
if you're right.
He's here. Flicker.
What's going on?
Help me, Flicker.
Oh God, he's here.
How are you feeling, little one? Are you feeling a little more malleable now? Perhaps you need one more treatment, eh? Just one more, then you can have your show back. I bet you won't even think of introducing any more silly conspiracy nonsense into your presentations, eh?
No. Oh, please don't do it again. I'll be good. I'll be good.
I know you will, little one. I'm just not a man to leave such things to chance.
Oh, no.